creepy story about why you should never follow random people on Instagram. There was this 15-year-old girl named Chloe who created an account on Instagram. She spent a lot of time trying to get as many followers as she could on this new account. She would browse through other users' accounts and leave a comment on their photo saying, "Please follow me, I follow back." One day while she was looking for new followers, she found this very strange account. It was this man who took pictures of old creepy dolls, and he never showed his face in any of the photos. So as usual, she left a comment on one of his photos and said, "Please follow me, I follow back." Well, an hour later, the man followed her account, and he left a comment on her recent photo saying, "I'm following you." And whenever she would post a new photo, he would comment, "I'm following you." She never really understood it, but she didn't really care. She was just happy to be constantly getting new people following her account. And one night, when her parents had gone to the supermarket, Chloe got a picture sent to her Instagram account. When she opened the photo, she realized that it was a picture of her sitting on her bed. Then she heard these footsteps approaching behind her, and a really creepy voice in her ear said,
"I'm following you."
So yeah, I just thought that story was really creepy. Obviously, he was really following her in real life. So yeah, just be careful on the internet. Don't follow weird people, and don't do the "I follow you, follow me back," because you never know who's actually going to be following you.
If you're from Zamora, Michoacán, Mexico, chances are you've heard of El Templo de los Dolores, where Mass is sometimes given by a headless priest. Locals will tell you that they are sometimes awakened in the middle of the night by the bells of this church ringing between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. And they swear that if you look through the windows, you will see the priest celebrating Mass without a head. Only one woman was ever brave enough to enter the church in the middle of the night. She said she was alone inside with the headless priest when she began to see dark shadows emerging from the walls. She began to hear whispers and chanting in a foreign language all around her, and she felt as if she was going crazy. She ran screaming from the church after just 5 minutes. Legend says that if someone stays for the entire Mass, the tortured soul of the priest will be set free. But the doors to the church will never open if there's 2 or more people, so you must go in alone.
Remember this viral video of a dog barking at something that we can't see? Well, this boy's parents heard him talking to something they couldn't see every night, and when they found out what it was, they moved out. William was a 5-year-old boy that was obsessed with Superman. So on his 6th birthday, his neighbors gave him a big Superman figurine. A few days after William's birthday, his parents noticed that something about him was different. He was much less talkative and would spend a lot of time in his room alone, especially at night. Sometimes they would even hear him having a conversation with someone, but when they walked in, there was no one there and he stopped talking. Soon after, things started to disappear from around the house. Things continued to disappear to the point that they called the police, but they didn't find any signs of a break-in. Finally, they decided enough was enough and installed cameras inside the house. One day, after more of their stuff had disappeared, they decided to watch back the footage. You won't believe what they saw on camera. Part 2 out in 30. This boy's parents heard him talking to someone they couldn't see every night, and when they found out what it was, they moved out. Part 2. Sorry for the wait. On camera, they saw William talking to himself late at night before getting up and heading straight to the living room. And that's when... Before I continue, I wanted to quickly let you guys know about an app I found that will blow up your Snapchat score and literally make you Snapchat famous. So if you want a higher Snap score than everyone at your school, tap here, then tap over here. Now back to the story. He grabbed his mom's glasses from the living room, cracked open the front door, and placed them outside. It turns out the Superman figurine that his neighbors gave him for his birthday had a speaker and listening device inside. The neighbor would talk to William through the figurine at night, convincing him it was alive. From then, Superman would tell William to take things from the house and place them outside. Then early in the morning, the stealing neighbor would take them without anyone noticing.
Scary things caught on camera. Two girls are eating dinner while her mother happily watches. Everything seems to be going well when one of the girls notices something in the other room and lets out a scared wail.
What?
No one else sees anything, so they continue eating. Her sister tries to calm her down, but she sees something again and starts to cry out of fear. She then stands up, not being able to be near whatever it is that she sees, and runs to her mom for protection. Her sister is laughing hysterically at all this, but then she turns around and sees it for herself.
Look at me. What's the matter?
Check out my page to find out what happens next.
Scary facts that will ruin your day. Do you ever wake up around 3 a.m. for no apparent reason? They say that if you wake up around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. for no reason, that there's a 90% chance something was staring at you. Press the plus for more of the macabre.
Atchison, Kansas is home to the Sally House. That legend says is named after the 6-year-old little girl that haunts the property. The home was built around the turn of the century, and at one time, a doctor lived here with his family and ran his practice inside of the home. The story goes that one day a desperate mother brought her little girl to see the doctor. She was suffering from extreme stomach pains. The doctor concluded that it was appendicitis and that he must operate immediately. And he began the surgery on Sally even before the anesthesia had set in. Her screams filled the house, and she did not survive the pain. Several men who have visited this home have suffered scratches to their chest and stomach, which some attribute to Sally's revenge. Other men report being pushed down this flight of stairs. In 1993, a young couple with a baby rented out the home, but they didn't last there very long. The living room, which used to serve as the operating room, was always freezing cold. Objects would move around the house, and you could hear footsteps on the stairs. But perhaps the creepiest thing was that the baby would wake up in the middle of the night and begin to play with someone that wasn't there. There are many that say this house is just plain evil, and there were remnants of a burned out pentagram that was found in the basement. Maybe it's something else posing as the spirit of Sally.